So let's proceed for our WordPress theme development part 2. So far in part 1, we just make a simple post function that we output the title of the post metadata like the admin itself, the date, and the category where the post belong. So in our list of functions here in our basic theme, we need to follow this list that I created. So the next thing we need to do is the menu and page. Alright, so this is our code. So for this, we also want to get the header of our template. Get header is the function to get the header of our WordPress theme. So in the below, we also need to get the footer. So see, once we get the header and get footer, you will see what will happen to our page. Alright, so we have the footer and we have the header. So what if I want to create a custom header and a custom footer? So this is what are we going to do. So here we need to create header.php and footer.php. So we just create a blank header and footer.php. So the header PHP is equivalent for this above, and the footer PHP is equivalent here in footer below. So once we're going to refresh this, so it will return blank. Why? Because here in our header we don't put anything like HTML or whatsoever, and so also here in the footer. So the next thing to do is I'm going to visit Bootstrap and borrow the Bootstrap template. So here we need to copy this. So here in header, I'm pasting only the half of the HTML template. Why? I will explain later. And also here in the footer, I will be pasting the other half. So it's been like this. This part of the header, we call this HTML here above, and this part of the footer we call this scripts here below. So if this is above the template and this is the below, so this code will be, you're right, here in the middle. So what if I'm going to create a Bootstrap container? So if I'm going to create here, I'm going also to put the end of the tag of the division here below, so that all of the content here will be placed here below and above of this footer. So to check the output, we're just going to refresh it and see what happens. Alright, that's quietly presentable right now. So I just need to change the title. So to change the title, erase this one and okay, create PHP. And to get the title of our blog, we just need to use the blog info function and title. Refresh. So here we have Morse blog. So that's how easy it is, right? Okay, so the next thing we need to do is I want to display the name of the blog and description here above. So for that, I want to create a new division again with the class of Jumbotron and an H2, and I want to output here the blog title, and below will be the blog description. And I also want to make it all in the center. Save and refresh. So I have here, and I want this title to be clickable. Okay, so if the user is going to click the title, it will return into home. So for that, I want to echo home URL. So refresh and click here. Oh, once I click here, it doesn't go to the post. So here in our header, okay, I'm going to use the function the permalink. The permalink means once you click the title, it will go to the page of the title. Refresh on here. Alright, so when we click this, it will definitely return into our home page. Here, this is our home page. See that? That's awesome, right? WordPress is just very easy, so you better learn WordPress. So the next thing to do is our menu. So here in our header, I want to show the menu. So we have to declare a function wp-nav menu and instantiate an array of theme location primary. Okay, that's fair enough. So to register the menu in our WordPress, we need to create a PHP file, namely functions.php, and let's declare the PHP here and here. Excuse me, sorry for that. And then after that, I'm going to create a function theme support, and we will be registering our nav menus. So to register our nav menus, we have here primary is equal to initiate this as primary menu. Okay, so to register this one, need to implement add action. After set up theme, and the name of the function will be theme support. Alright, so refresh. So we got here, but first of all, if we are going first of all, our theme has no menu. So if you're going to hover appearance, you can't see any menu. But since I registered the menu here, so once we refresh our admin, if we hover into our appearance, we have menus. So why is it this list of menus just pop up? Because here in our header, I implement wp-nav function and output the theme location primary, and this primary, we register this in our functions to the WordPress as primary menu. So for that, if you're going to hover this and go to menus, so you can see here that I already have a footer and primary menu links. So select So I would like to remove this one and remove this one, and let's delete. Okay, I just delete my menu. So for that, we are going manage location, footer menu, edit menus. Let's delete this again. Alright, then refresh. So we have here. So we are going to create our own menu. The name will be primary. Okay, let's just copy this. Primary menu links. And then after that, I'm going to view all. I'm going to put this home, about, Hugot, where I'll add all menus. Then once you have this, you can click save menu so that all of this list of menus will appear here in our navigation menu. So see it here. Then after that, let's go to manage location, and this primary menu, which is the one we registered here in our function WordPress, let's select this one for the primary menu links that we created a while ago, which had which had the home, viral, menu links, and etc. Once we save changes and refresh this one, so we can see the home, about, and so that's it. The next thing we need to do is to create our own custom page, slug, and special layout. So once we click about, so you can see here that we have an about page, which is not custom. This is a default one. And we have here Hugot. Yeah, it's still the same. So for this, we're going to create a very basic custom page. So here we need to save as page minus the slug. Slug means this one. You can use the ID, but it's better to use slug for me. But if you're comfortable with the ID, you just need to go to page and click about. Then you have the ID, which is 9. Here, 9. But I'm pretty comfortable with the slug, so I'm going to use slug. Page Hugot.php. So since page dash Hugot.php is blank, so when we refresh this one, if we visit Hugot, it's blank. See that one, right? Let me click Hugot, it's blank, because here in our page Hugot, it's blank, right? So for this, we're going to copy our index.php and paste in Hugot. But here in my page Hugot, I don't want to have a title. And I don't want to have a category. That's it. So when I refresh this one, boom, I don't have title and I don't have category here in a category. But if I'm going to return the title, and just simply get all this one or this one. This is more fun. See that one, we only have Hugot and the author. So that's how easy it is. So next will be we are going to create a special layout. To create a special layout, we create a new PHP file like special template.php. So here in our PHP, we are going to comment something, and the name and the comment will be template name, and the name will be more special layout. So what is this? Why we need to have a comment? So the use of the comment is this template name will be recognized in our WordPress platform, and the name of our special template will be more special layout. So to check if this one is registered already in our WordPress platform, let's go to pages, this one, and as you have seen, this is only the thing that we can see, the parent and order. If we're going to refresh this one, you can see a template, right? And you can choose default template and more special template. So why we need to learn this? Is it important? Yes, it is. Like for an example, I want the template of meme viral will be just the same, so I will be using this more special template, which is just one template, and that one template will be used as the viral and meme, so there's no need for me to repeat my codes, right? That's how easy it is. So what will be the next one? Like for an example, okay, I'll give you an example. Here I want to copy the hugot, oh no, the codes. What about just this? Okay, copy that one, and I want something like this. Oh, this is still inside the while loop. I want to go outside the while loop and embed PHP here and create another one, special layout. Then I want, well, who is this? About to use special layout. So refresh. So if we click about, we have here special layout. So imagine that here in our special layout we have a very nice design, and the about where, and this about page will be using that design, and I want the meme page will use that kind of design. So if we're going to change the design or the layout of the meme, we just need to click meme and click template and use more special layout. So for that, let's refresh. So here in about we have special layout, and here in meme again we have special layout. So there's no need for me to design it like a really fancy thing. Well, it's up to you if you're going to design it, and it's up to you if you want to create similar or identical several pages and you don't want your codes to be repeated. This is very helpful, this is very significant as a programmer, that you create a special template if you want your codes to not be repeated. So the next one will be post metadata. So we already finished to create post metadata. So this is what the post metadata means. We create the author, we put something about the post where it belongs and the time. You can also tags, I guess. Here, the tags. Yeah, that's it. Actually, there are a lot of things to be considered to learn when you talk about post metadata. I'm just showing you the most relevant and important thing that you can see mostly in some WordPress blog or some blog sites. The most common thing is the author, the time, then the category and tags. Here, tags. So the next we're going to talk about archive. Okay, what is archive? So when you click the author, it displays all posts which the author created, and the author is admin, right? So to make it more fancy and to make it more appropriate, we create an archive. An archive is something which indicates that you are in a specific collection. So for that, if we have post here, So let's end PHP and echo that the archive title. So here, when we click the category dirty, we are in the archive category dirty. So we only have one post in category dirty, and when we click tags admin, so we are in the archive tag them and only one post. And when we click post, so this is it. And when we want to go to archive date, so refresh, so we are in the archive month of October 2017, and we have 2 posts. Well, that's archive is very important, as what you have observed of some blog sites that when you click category, when you go to a certain date, when you go to a certain month, when you go to a certain author, you are in a specific archive page. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is excerpt. So I guess the default words of excerpt is 55 words. Well, what I mean is just instead of outputting everything like this, so when you use the function excerpt, it only output the first 55 words of the content. So when you quick count that, and then this is the last 55 words, so this is only the content that we're going to output. So it's very helpful. Like you don't want to display all content because it will really ruin or destroy your design, or you want your post to be more excited, where the readers will really want to read it more because it's something not complete because you're using excerpt. So for that, the user will going to click the title or the images you have here to read more about your blog post. So enough for that. Instead that we're going to use the content, we're going to use the excerpt. Let me check the spelling first. Yeah, it's correct. So when we refresh this one, excerpt, the excerpt. This one, get the excerpt. Okay, so don't post anything. So let's go to our function to register that one. Function excerpt length. I want to return only 20 words and implement a function add filter. Excerpt length refresh. Echo get the excerpt. Alright, so we are only returning 20 words. So why is it when I tried to refresh a while ago, then it doesn't go to the default 55 words? Because what I edited is just the archive page, it's not the index. That's why it doesn't return a while ago. My bad. It's just normal. So for this, what if I want the excerpt to return 30 words? So I just need to change 20 to 30 and refresh. So we have here 30. I think this is much better to see. 30 is much better. I guess so. So what I did right here is I create a function. You can create any name you want, and then what you need, what is mandatory for here is just you need to implement the function add filter. You want to add a new filter, and then the name of that the indicator of that filter will be the excerpt length. I want to add the filter of excerpt length to be the function of excerpt length. So this excerpt length is this one. So when I call this one, it will go to the properties of the function, which is return 30. So for this, I want to add filter of excerpt length with the excerpt length, which is return 30. So to output return 30, so I want to echo the get excerpt function. So for that, we have a limited of 30 words in our post content, and that's it. So the next will be feature image. Oh, what happened to the spelling? So the featured image is something that I want to output a picture, an image here, or something that belongs to a specific post. Sometimes posts don't have a featured image also, so we're just going to have a condition for that, and anything that we need to do just to make it more functionable, significant, and nice. Okay, so to register a featured image, we need to go to our function. Once you want to register any same feature, any theme functions, you go to functions.php. This is one of the most important file in a WordPress theme. So if I want to create a feature, if I want to register a featured image function, so I just want to use this one so that there's no need for me to use another function again and again. So here below, I want to add theme support. Oh, theme support post thumbnails. So as what you can see here, when we go and visit post, oh come on, so I already registered, save this one. Let me get this first and save and refresh. So a new theme which don't have any featured image features will be just look like this. Once you visit a certain post here, this post, you can see any featured image or image here. This is the default theme. So in able to create or add a featured image function, we need to use this function add theme support post thumbnails. So let's save this one and refresh, and here we have a new one, Pugi kagaya ko. Then so when we refresh this one, why is it we don't get any image? So it will be like this. So once we get into our index again, if you want to output the image, so that will be something here, image, then the function will be the post thumbnail. Let's refresh, and here, so imagine a post with this very huge picture. This is something awful. So I want to adjust and crop the page using WordPress theme function. So to crop that image, we're going to register again, add image size, and the name of that size will be small, and then the width will be 180 and the height will be 120, and I want to crop it, that's why I use true. So this small, I will be using that name here so that instead of this really huge picture, it will just adjust into what I registered into 180 width, 120 height, and I want to hard crop it. So save and refresh. So here we got this nice looking picture. So once we click this one, I want something that this picture will be posed into his 100% width and height. So every post, when you click this one, this page is called single.php. So in order to modify this one, because this is just a default single.php, so in order to create a custom single page, so the same thing that we need to do is we're going to create a new page which is single.php, and copy this one and paste. So instead of small thumbnail or small picture right here, we are going to register a new image size which is quietly big. Yeah, this will be 60 720, let's just 60 620, and that's the width. The height will be 420, and I want to crop it hard cropping. So instead of using small, we'll be using big. So let's refresh this one and see that picture. It's quite really nice. So it just simply says that you are in a single page or in a single post, because here in our home we only have small featured image, small image, and when you click that certain post, so you're viewing that image into his full capability, and then you don't want the content to be just the same as the excerpt, because once you click this one, I want the whole content will be displayed. So there's no need for me to use the excerpt. What I'm going to use is the content. I want to display all of the content. So let's refresh, and voila, see that one? This is the whole content. And let's return and click again. So this is the whole content. So that's it. So the next thing we're going to do is dry. Do not repeat yourself. I think I will be creating that tutorial and explaining in the next episode. Let me have a snack first. Thank you.